If you walk through the garden, you better watch your back. Well, I beg your pardon.
We all watched The Wire, episode 1. We'll talk about that in a little bit, though. First up, we have this video that I found.
Hi, losers. You're telling me I'm obese? Really? You don't know what you're talking about, obese. You're jealous because I know I'm beautiful. You're not. You're jealous. You are just like a rat jumping around the corner looking for a food. Very jealous.
A food!
I like the music in the
I
background.
was say Adele makes it.
I was gonna say, was that who that was?
Adele makes it.
Oh, man. She's so very confident in herself.
That's impressive. The confidence is impressive. Normally it's attractive. I don't know if it is in this case, though.
Was that Snapchat? What was that?
No, this video is like 20 seconds long. So, okay, she has a YouTube channel full of really short videos that make zero sense. Like, on this video, she's talking about how, I guess there are people saying that she's obese. And then she's like, oh, you're just jealous. So, yeah, that's what she says in the beginning. She says obese.
Yeah. Loser.
Hi, losers. You're telling me I'm obese? Really? You don't know what you're talking about.
Obese.
I
And
thought-
she's not.
See, I thought
obese.
she said a beast.
That's what I thought. I was like, you're not happy to be cool or a beast?
Obese.
Obese.
That makes
And
more
she's-
sense.
I mean, she's kind of attractive. I mean, she's probably in her 50s, but and she's not.
She's not.
obese.
She's
Absolutely
not
not.
bad looking.
She's in really good shape.
Loser. I love that. Can we just keep that on a loop?
Jealous. You are just like a rat jumping around the corner looking for a food.
A food.
That's my favorite part. Looking for a food.
I like that.
Yeah, her channel has some good stuff on it.
I've never seen her ever.
I never have either.
And I've like been to the depths of the internet. It feels like.
All of her videos only have like 100. This isn't it. I haven't pulled it up yet, but all of her videos only have like 100 or so views.
Huh.
Like, I'm surprised she's not more.
Well known, huh?
Yeah.
Well, she might be after this
I
podcast.
would say she's well known enough to make a diss video now, I guess.
That's right. Loser.
A food.
She's always talking about people hating on her, and there's actually a few videos I found where she was talking about people calling her obese. But I don't know who's calling her obese. She's
I don't know.
That's
obviously not
oddly
obese.
specific. If she's only getting like 100
just-
views, someone's really creepily stalking this girl.
Yeah,
Ugh.
Does she have a name?
I'm trying to. I
Oh,
lost
okay.
the page. I'm trying to find it,
Okay.
but I don't know. She has such little views. I just typed in "looking for a food" and nothing came up. I gotta look at my history or something.
Okay.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, we'll come back. I just wanted to give her at least recognition.
Yeah.
Because if someone wanted to go look for her, we'll give her those views. Make her popular.
Get her up to at least 220.
Yeah.
120, I guess. If she's at 100.
That video has several thousand. I found that video, and there's a subreddit called Deep Into YouTube. That's where I saw that video, and then I started looking at her other videos.
I bet there's some of my videos on that subreddit. It deserves to be at least.
Ugh. What is this one?
Meet me outside.
Is that her taking
my
Cash Me Outside?
God.
Yeah,
Is that what that was?
Mimi outside. How about that?
Meet me outside.
Her name is Meritus Trosper. She's really, really
And
entertaining.
you, why don't you block me? I'm not blocking you because you're nothing. You're just a piece of a garbage. You're the one who wants to see me. Go ahead and block me. I don't have nothing to lose, girl.
You know why I'm already liking her videos? Because they're short. That's why. You know, I can watch all of her videos because they're so short. I love that.
Yep, this one's called Hey Losers.
Hey, loser. Look at me.
More Adele.
Threatening me. Don't act like a man that has a vagina. Don't threaten me.
A vagina.
Threaten me.
Whoa, she's doing kung fu moves.
So Don't try it.
That's it.
I think I want to hang out with her. Dude, she is.
Can we get
she
her
looks
as a
fun.
guest? Can
Hey,
she
you,
be one of our
why don't
guests?
you block me?
Yeah, we
User.
need to get in contact with Marites.
Martise or Marites?
Maritess.
Yeah, Marites.
Trosper. Trosper.
Dude, I like her. We need to message her.
Let's get in contact
Yes.
with her. We get her on the show. You know who else we should get in contact with?
Who's that?
This woman.
I love this part that's coming up. It's not unlike one of Bach's chorale preludes. And I think because
Woman?
they're German, they adapted
I
this
think.
right here.
So it's this woman watching a video of an amusement park ride, and she's really way too into it.
Yeah, that was like that, yeah.
Her friend looks a little uncomfortable.
I'm uncomfortable and I'm not even near her.
Now she's really uncomfortable.
I don't know. She was singing along a little bit.
So real quick, Daniel, have you seen this before?
No, I haven't. This is new to me.
Oh my god. This is probably one of my favorite videos ever. Ever. It's up there. It's
good.
I thoroughly enjoy this. I'm so glad Aaron brought this to the table today. So I don't want to spoil anything because you have no clue what you're about to see, but that song actually, I've liked it so much I wouldn't put it on my podcast or my playlist on Spotify. So
Really?
dude, yes.
What's the name of the song?
You're gonna have to give me a minute, but let's go ahead and watch it. I'll try to find her quick.
Like that sometimes in your heart. Yeah, it does. It's just a rush of emotions. That's what love does to you.
Yeah, well, it's this magic dream. It's,
Yeah. Yep.
She crossed the line there.
Oh, she crosses many lines.
Love is a strong word for a carnival ride.
This looks a little bit more than love.
Amy and her clique. But she just smiled from ear to ear and says, Mom, there's other people like me out there. And she just was filled with joy.
you can see him a little bit there, just the top of him.
Front.
Okay, so are you starting to get an idea of what's going on?
She's a very, very extreme version of
Of you?
me and my train people.
This is very sexual, though. This is.
I remember thinking,
This is
oh,
extreme.
there's people like me that like trains, but then it was just in passing. It was like, oh, cool. And then I moved on with my day. I don't think she's moved on with her day yet.
Oh no. So real quick, it is Ride on a White Train, Love Train Club Cut, DJ Clubbing Man. Well, I'll just stop that, but yes.
I'm inclined to like it because of how many times trains were used in the title.
There you go. Dude, it's perfect. It's perfect for you. So when we get your real life video of this, because he's going to do this one day, we'll play this song to that, okay?
Hopefully, you don't go as far as she does.
I
My
kinda
heart
want
just...
to.
Wow, he is really tall.
Yes, he is.
They're singing in person.
Oh my God. After 5 months, it's good to see you. He's just so noble, so proud, so strong.
Was she blowing kisses?
I not only love him for a sexual attraction. I mean, we're not talking about fetish here.
Whoa.
I love him.
She said, "We're not talking about fetish here."
This isn't a fetish?
I think
What is
we
this?
are. I think we are.
This is so Daniel. That's what I'm so excited we're watching this today, because this is so peanut right now.
A mate. I love the roundness of his counterweights at the top. I love him for the narrowness of his jibs. I love him for the elegant lines of his gondola, which is now covered up for the winter. I like the ribbing up underneath his name display there, too. The parallel lines that are coming down. You see what I'm talking
Oh,
about?
yes, I see it. Yeah.
I love that. I'm thinking, oh, geez, you know what I'm thinking about.
Dude, this is gold. I love this. I love this. She loves everything about that. Everything. The jibs, the lights, the lines.
The ribbing.
Everything.
I wish I was as passionate about something.
I think you are.
What?
I don't know. I was hoping you were gonna say something, chicken nuggets or something. I don't know.
Chicken wings.
There you go. Chicken
Yes.
wings.
With that discussion we had after practice today, I'd put you up there. You got very technical.
Yeah,
in describing you scared one of our players a little bit. I think.
love wings a
Yeah.
lot, and you love trains, and this woman maybe loves this amusement park.
I love how
ride.
we have to make it conditional. Maybe we really don't know.
I think it is. She refers to it as a he, as the amusement park is a he. So I'm assuming maybe it's a woman or
Yeah,
a
it's
man that's gay for amusement
it's
park
definitely
rides.
a woman. It's
I
a
think it
woman.
is.
Just with a very, very short haircut. Daniel, do you refer to trains as genders?
No, I don't know how to go about that.
They're gender neutral.
I think trains are pretty gender neutral. I
Okay,
think.
so it.
We stay PC.
Okay. They.
This is very personal. When I make love to him at home, when I start climaxing, I just keep saying over and over again. Just as I'm starting to go over the edge, I just tell him, I want your fluids, I want your fluids, I want your fluids.
What fluids could that be?
Does it come from the jib?
Oil.
It has to be oil.
Well, later on in the video, she rubs
Yeah.
oil on her face.
Yeah,
Yeah, and like on her lips and stuff.
grease and oil.
Like sighing. Like she lays on the ground underneath it in pure ecstasy.
She said when she's at home with him.
I think photos and stuff.
Okay, I wondered how she got.
She, you know
him
what?
home with her.
Whenever she's watching videos
Okay.
of him.
Okay.
I wonder if it has a name. She's fondling the machine right now. She's rubbing her face on the grease. The jibs, maybe? I don't know what a jib is.
I did not
She's happy.
She's really happy.
I mean,
Because normally with videos like this, you think, well, there's a chance this isn't real. There's no doubt for me that this is real. If
it's just a prank, bro. It's just a prank.
she's the best actress ever if she's selling this. That's insane.
In those fingers.
She's rubbing her face.
No.
God, you smell so good.
Oh, and
Is she licking it?
In for the kiss. I think she's making it. I think she's using tongue.
That makes me extremely uncomfortable.
Yeah, she's using tongue. Oh my goodness. We're not. There's another woman in this video. The woman that was sitting with her watching the video
Yeah.
on the computer. That woman is obsessed with fences. So we don't have to get into it, but in this, she's sitting on a fence.
And am I
At least that makes more sense, though. 'Cause
Yeah.
fences, I feel like you can actually maybe do something with, but an amusement park ride, I don't know.
Well, and correct me if I'm wrong. I think in those some of those people with these, she says they're not fetishes. I think they are.
It is.
They can actually fall in love with like certain objects. So like the Statue of Liberty. It could be like any fence. There's not necessarily one particular fence. And like this lady, she's in love with this particular ride. Where she might have said, I don't know if she goes in details and says those things, but I think they'll say things like, yeah, you can like a lot of rides, but there's one that you feel like connection with, almost like a soulmate. And yeah, so that's when we say the fences. I thought that was her gig.
I mean, there's got to be some sort of reciprocation of that feeling with the soulmate. How does a roller coaster give that vibe back? You know, how do you feel that connection? How do you?
I don't know. Does she not go in the story of as a kid? I thought she did. Are we going to play that?
I don't have that version of it.
Okay.
I think there's a longer version.
Oh, there
couldn't
is. Like I
find
said,
it.
I've seen this whole thing pretty intensely because I was just amazed by it. But yeah,
It's bizarre, man.
yeah.
It's bizarre.
That's Daniel. That is Daniel. I'm telling you, before there'll be one day where we record Daniel doing similar things with that song in the background to a train.
Man, I specifically went out of my way on the way here to go cut in front of a train.
He did.
I'd missed the front. Aaron beat me at a light, so I got stuck, and then he was first in line, so I had to tail it down to get to the next crossing and hop up there. I beat it, though. I got it. I got all of it. Took a few pictures with it.
He
From
sent
inside my
them
car.
to me.
All right.
So I'm broaching.
Speaking of trains, on episode 1 of The Wire, which we all watched recently,
Yes.
there's a train scene. And you texted me about it because you were really excited about that scene.
As intriguing as the show was, that took the cake for me. That train was the best
That was the best part?
part of the episode.
That's
yeah.
interesting.
Pissing on the train tracks.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a good scene, but I don't know. That was my favorite part.
So what are our thoughts of episode 1?
I really liked it. I had to go back a couple times just to sort of try and follow because there was a little bit of complexity, especially between the two divisions.
Yeah.
It took me a long time to establish that there were actually two divisions. I thought they were like working together, and I was wondering why they were calling it different. But on a whole, I'm really excited for it. I really, really liked it.
Yeah. I'm itching to watch the next episode already.
Yeah, it's definitely really like gritty and raw, and it seems pretty real.
Yeah.
I don't know, obviously, I don't live in Baltimore, but it seems to be. I feel like it's not going to pull any punches. Hopefully.
So maybe we should give just a recap of what this show is.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So it's from what I already kind of watched and what I'm assuming we're going, the direction we're going in with the show. It's about the police department. Yeah, that's the right word. Police department and a homicide unit and a narcotics unit. Yeah, they're trying to clean up the streets of Baltimore. And there obviously I bet we're going to cover issues of corruption and those things. But the basic gist is there's a detective who knows a lot of things and is trying to get everyone on board to stop this kind of kingpin. At least that's what the first episode seems. There's this drug kingpin who's getting all this youth to do bad things and whatnot. But yeah, from the reviews, at least just hearing it for the last few years, that this is the show to watch. I was double checking on IMDb, like every rating was like an 8.5 or higher on every single show.
Yeah.
And there's a couple of 9s, so I'm excited. Yeah, the first thing I thought, what drilled me in right away was Snot Boogie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
a
like,
good intro.
Such a great, captivating.
yeah. Like, why do you call him Snot Boogie? Could you just think about it? Someone didn't give him a Kleenex, and that's the name he's given his whole life. Hey, man, that's so true. I give people nicknames all the time.
Yeah.
Peanut has a nickname.
Yeah.
Not given
And
by
it's
me.
stuck
And it's stuck.
since I was like 15.
Nicknames are awesome.
Yeah, that was a good intro about how he would steal money from them when they would play craps in the alley.
Yeah.
Every time he'd grab the money and run, and he was like, "Well, why wouldn't you just not let him play?"
That's the way it is.
And you heard it in the very beginning of the podcast. He was like, "This is America, man.
Yeah.
We got to."
Yeah. Which makes me think, man, I really heard that. I really listened to it because I was going to bring that same exact point up, and I'm like, I'm wondering if that's truly how people in like those cities, those communities think about it. It's like, this is America. Everyone gets a chance. Everyone has freedom, or we got to give someone that second, third try in life, And I'm like, man, I'm hooked. I'm like, I got to keep watching this, So yeah, my first couple questions though was, who plays craps? I've never known how to play craps.
I don't.
I've never played.
Yeah, I want to learn that. And then 2, why did beepers go out of fashion? Because he had a beeper a couple times he used.
Seems pretty helpful.
They seem really convenient for work purposes. I can
Yeah.
understand it on a personal,
Yeah.
but for work, it seems super convenient for them.
I mean, you're a little younger than me, obviously, so have you ever used a beeper?
Yeah, actually, my first job at the hospital, we used beepers.
Okay.
So,
So they're still around.
yeah.
Oh, dude, I didn't think they
we
existed.
were phasing them out. We're bringing in like the iPhone.
Oh,
things,
okay, hey.
But the beepers were great. We all preferred the beepers.
Dude, I mean, it's just
That's all
a
it
little
was.
vibrate, a little check.
I say you just pops up, you look at it, you're good to go.
It was just like one line of text because I remember whenever
would
my
scroll.
dad had one, and it scrolls.
So my favorite thing to type in when I had a beep, I didn't have a beeper. My brother had a beeper, and we had a couple people we knew with beepers. And I don't remember it charged you to send a message, or it charged them to check it. I think it might have been the other way. I'm not sure. Anyways, my favorite thing to punch in was 80085.
Boobs.
That's right.
Yep. I did that on a calculator.
See, that
always.
was
Oh,
the
yeah.
calculators in
That's
elementary
right.
school.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I saw that. I was like, dude, beepers are sweet. I was like, man, I'd love to have a beeper now.
Let's bring them back. Let's all beep each other.
How do we go about
Page.
getting one?
It's called Page.
Are they still
Craigslist?
manufactured though? Are they making new ones?
Ah,
Would there be
they have
service
to be.
for it?
They have to be still making beepers
Maybe.
to some degree.
I don't know.
I would
I have to
absolutely
look it
use
up.
one.
Do they still make Nextel? Is that even in fashion?
I don't
anymore?
think Nextel.
I don't think
exists
Nextel's
anymore.
even a thing anymore.
I thought that was cool. The little two-way rate.
It's like an adult walkie-talkie. I always thought it was awesome.
Dude, I had it for like a year, and then I was like, "This, no one else had it." So that's what sucked. Is like, I love this feature, but like, people who are like 30 and older, contractors had those. I was like, man, no one wants to get this phone with me.
Okay, so you can buy them online still, but I don't know if they would work. This is the one my dad had. That's the exact one.
Hold on. Can you pull that picture up? That looks like the ones we used. That's it? Those are the ones we used.
Yeah, that's the one that my dad had for work.
Huh.
I guess you can buy them. Well, no. See, look, no, that's my cart. Yeah, you can buy them. So this specific one is
How much?
$30.
Oh, okay.
There's one for
Not bad.
$50. This one's for $20. That one seems pretty good. I mean, how do they work? Do they go through satellites? Like,
That's what I wondered. How do you...
Batteries, I guess. I don't.
Well,
you're
they
not
run
calling
on
from
batteries,
them.
but how do you send messages?
Yeah, like what does it go through?
I'll say,
Does that
Oh,
service still
would we have
allow...
service to send each other messages?
I would assume so. I'm not an expert. We're obviously on layman's terms here, so I believe it's satellite still driven. You have a provider, of course.
Yeah.
So
Can you imagine walking into Verizon with that one day? Can I activate my beeper?
oh, it's funny. No, I'm actually
Seriously, I want to...
serious. I'm tired of phones. They're too big. They're clunky. Too expensive. I just need people to message me so I can go to the payphone.
I think you'd be more hard pressed to find a payphone.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't know where. I have not seen one in years. Years. We're going way back.
I think there's some on like buildings, maybe like older buildings, but not on the side of the road.
This might be a really stupid question, but after you put the money in, how do you use it? Do you have to hit a number to dial out, or do you just dial your number?
Usually there's a little
Is there,
notes on the side.
I didn't know if there was,
push
like-
9.
Payphone protocol?
Yeah,
I don't
there
know
usually
payphone
is.
protocol.
Yeah, there's a key on the side. There's certain numbers you have to,
Okay.
or you can just do the operator.
Yeah.
Well, if you do the operator, is that your call? Do you have to pay again?
I don't think
No.
because they
Okay.
redirect
They
you.
connect you.
Okay.
Could you imagine how many people went out of business because of that? Or at least people lost their jobs because of things like that?
Because of technology advancing, creates new jobs at the same time, though.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
but yeah, a lot of people.
Lose jobs as well.
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah. So, but yeah, back to the show. I thought it was a really good show, man. I'm really intrigued. I think we need to kind of pace ourselves. There's 5 seasons worth of material, and we just need to really figure out how many we would want to watch. Here's my first thoughts before I even look deeper in the show. My feelings, my predictions is somebody. I think this is kind of obvious too, but somebody in that unit is for sure a rat or like a just a bad guy. I just want to say that. My favorite character is McGillicuddy's or whatever his name is, Boss. From the first show, he was the one who's doing this,
Yeah.
the double birds. I like him right away. I like this guy. I'm gonna like when he's on screen. Obviously, some people are gonna die. I think Father Gabriel's gonna get axed.
Yeah, there are some familiar faces in this show.
Yeah,
It's funny hearing Father Gabriel is a character in The Walking Dead, and we all okay. Daniel doesn't watch The Walking Dead. Me and Derek really like The Walking Dead, and the person who plays Father Gabriel is in The Wire, and he is a father in The Walking Dead, but he's got a potty mouth in The Wire, and
that's
it's
true.
so weird to hear him.
I'm gonna have that guy up.
Yeah, yeah, it's so funny.
Yeah,
The,
go ahead.
the understudy looks just like Andre from The League. Like, teeth-wise. He's got
Which
the
one?
same gap.
Understudy.
What's the name? He's the understudy in the Community and the Towers.
Oh, wait, you mean the bald one?
Yeah. Just like Andre.
He was in
is-
The Walking Dead too.
He is a black Andre from The League.
Oh, interesting.
I didn't even think about that.
Jumped out so quick just because of the teeth. There's a big gap in the teeth. And it was like, oh man, it's Andre.
So he's an African American version
Of Andre.
Okay.
Andre Nozick.
Interesting.
Have you ever seen that, The League?
No, I take that back. I have, yeah,
That's
a
really
couple
funny.
episodes.
That's a good show.
I could see myself getting into that show. I kind of wish it was about baseball instead of football,
Yeah.
but it's still funny though.
It's very bingeable.
Oh, for sure, yeah. I have watched probably at least 8 episodes or something. Yeah.
You have a story to tell us, Daniel?
Yeah. I've had a big nose my whole life. And it's always been brought up and joked about. I never thought socially from a stranger it would be something I had to deal with until last week. We Aaron and I go get lunch Thursday before practice. We're sitting there. This lady comes in.
Well, I gotta ask, where'd you go to lunch?
The end zone, of course.
Before practice?
Well, I couldn't go after. I had plans, so I was like, well, I'm not skipping this week.
Was
Let's
this
go before
Thursday?
practice.
Okay, the
So
end zone
you
is a
went-
place.
yeah, go ahead.
The end zone is a place where we frequently go get all-you-can-eat wings on Thursdays. So this was on a Thursday, but
Didn't get wings.
neither of us got
No, I
wings.
got a Cuban.
I went back later that night and got wings.
I have to go, dude. I haven't been
just
in
got a
forever.
salad.
So
It's
are
so
you,
good.
Are you going
Come
Thursday?
Yeah, come Thursday.
I think I need to go. I can crush some wings right now.
That sounds really good. I haven't eaten today.
I know.
Do
So
places
okay, so
do wings on Tuesdays? But does Buffalo Wild
Buffalo
Wings?
Wild Wings does.
We should go to Buffalo Wild Wings after this.
Post-podcast dinner.
I will.
I'm down. Let's do it.
Anyway, sorry. Continue your
Okay.
story.
So this lady comes in. We're there. It's maybe 2:00 in the afternoon.
Yes.
I mean, it's fairly early in the afternoon, and she's drunk. She's clearly drunk. She's had quite a bit to drink.
what gave that away?
Sound mostly, but the biggest thing that gave it away for me was the bartender who made her first drink had to go do something else somewhere else, so she had to leave the bar. Someone else came in to man the bar, and she threw a fit about it. An absolute fit. She's like, she's the only one that knows how to make my drink. And so the bartender that's leaving says, it's okay. I've showed her how to do it. I know exactly how you want it done. We've showed her. It's okay. And she goes, oh, no. I'm calling you back over when I'm ready for another one. And she's called her back over 2 or 3 times at this point. So she's getting louder and she's...
Any clue what she was drinking?
Oh, what was it? I know there was a heavy dose of vodka in there.
It was vodka because she talked about a drink that she would normally get because she had a relationship with the bartenders. Like she was a regular, obviously.
Okay.
They knew what she drank, so they were like, "What happened with the Jack and Coke?" And she was like, "I don't want it anymore." She just got tired of it. Also, she was wearing sunglasses, and she kept the sunglasses on inside the whole time.
That's definitely probably
I didn't
clue
even
number
pick
one.
up on that.
She
What?
had sunglasses
I
on
didn't
the whole
pick up.
time.
Well, I was trying to avoid eye contact because we were there with Casey,
Yeah.
who had said he'd had a couple run-ins with her.
Oh,
So I'm trying to avoid contact just so we don't. I'm a non-confrontational person. I don't like strangers.
Yeah, and you're pretty close to her, or were y'all's table across the building?
We were at the bar, and then she was at a table,
Right behind the bar.
yeah, next to the bar.
Okay.
So we were probably 7 yards away. From
Okay,
so we're
5
close.
yards away.
Okay,
We're
close,
very close.
So
I
you
use
hear all
yours.
this,
Yeah.
pretty clearly.
So something gets said. I end up turning around. We sort of make eye contact.
Well, you sneezed. That's what started.
That's what it was. That's it.
I heard, what's that big sneeze I heard over there?
I sneezed and she says, "Bless you." So naturally, I was like, "Oh, sweet lady, okay." I mean, I guess a few drinks and she's sweet. So turned around, I was like, "Oh, thank you." She's like, "Are you a Jew?"
No, you're welcome.
No, just "Are you a Jew?"
Are you a Jew?
Are you a Jew? And I'm really taken aback by it. I'm just kinda
Did
like,
you laugh?
How do you respond to that?
I think I chuckled. I wasn't sure if she was joking or not, so I was ready to roll with it if that was the case. But then she just kept intently staring. So I'm like, I'm answering this. I was like, oh, no, I'm not. But people think I am sometimes or something to the effect. And she's like, oh, I would have thought so too. I was like, I assumed based on the question, but thanks for putting it out there. And it goes from there. That was our icebreaker. That was it. She spent the next 5 minutes talking to me about forest fires, construction workers, terrible drivers on I-4,
Ex-husbands.
multiple ex-husbands.
I think she has 4 exes.
Four, yeah.
ex-husbands.
One she wanted to kill. The first one she really wanted to kill. The bartender talked her out of that because she was starting to get hyped up about it again. Mm-hmm. And at that point, I was able to sort of pawn her back off to the bartender.
Your drink's ready, ma'am.
Yeah, that's pretty much what happened.
But it was a very wide range of conversation that we
Wow.
had in a short time that...
So I have a couple questions because my wheels are spinning on this. One, did you get her name?
No. No.
She's a regular. You're a regular.
We're bound to run into each other again.
You're going to run into each other. So this is where I'm going with my second question. If you run into her again, what are you going to say?
Hope that one, she asks me again, because if she does, I'm going to run with it and be like, absolutely. So are you buying my meal?
There you go.
Let's play stereotypes. Let's just run with it.
I love it. That's exactly what you should do. Yes.
I cannot wait to see her again.
Yes.
So that's really...
I love that.
We need to see her.
Yes. Which, like I said, you said she was regular.
We're bound to it sometime.
Yeah, she always goes in the afternoons. So we just need to go in the
say
afternoon
we're going to need
again.
to make a few more midday trips up there. And
Nice. Man, that's hysterical.
It was I've just never thought that was going to happen.
Did y'all say anything? Y'all just sat back and watched?
No, they didn't even.
Car crash.
They looked the other way. I was hung out to dry.
Me and the bartender made eye contact while this old woman was harassing poor Daniel, and we just like made one of the faces where we're like, "Please stop talking."
Wow. And then the current bartender who was up there, she comes up. She's like, "Well, do you want that drink to go?" And I was just like, "Yes, I do. Yep, I do. I'm not leaving for a couple hours. But go ahead, please."
We just walked in. Please get us out of here. That's hilarious. Yeah.
Well, speaking of getting out of here, you went on vacation last week. How was that?
It was fun. So we went. We decided a few weeks back that we're going to take the boys to go see a really good friends of ours. They live in Virginia, and it's it's a long drive. So I went and when I talked to Alicia about it, I said, let's just see how long the drive is. And it's 10 and a half roughly hours. So, I've been asking for prayers all week because, man, I was so worried that, the boys would not sleep because we were going to go at night. We decided to go late in the night. So, leave by 9 o'clock, get there in the morning, sleep in the morning while they just kind of roam around and then go do activities at night. So the traveling was fine. Surprisingly, very, very surprisingly.
The kids did okay?
Yeah, man. Dude, DVD players are magic. Dude, you put a DVD in, they'll watch it. They passed out. My favorite, though, Chase. So Chase, it was like 1 a.m. and we just stopped at the store. He woke up. We got something, came back, and he woke up. And he's like, I want to watch Aladdin. And we're like, dude, it's 1. So I'm like, just put it in. He'll fall asleep. He watched all of Aladdin from 1 to 3. Wow. Or 1 to 2:30 or whatever. And then I would look back. I looked right back there, right when it was going off. He nodded off. So that was on the way up. On the way back, he slept like a champ. They both did. And so the traveling was fine. No traffic until I hit Orlando on the way back, which was very, very surprising. I mean, not surprising, excuse me. But everything else was fine, man. So a couple interesting things happened to us, too, that I was, so excited to tell you about. One, I got confirmation from Alicia that period poops are a real thing. So, not blasting Alicia.
Huge
here.
update.
Yeah, not blasting Alicia.
Big.
She just said, period. I told her about our conversation last week.
because I was talking about bowels.
Yes, yeah. She said that's a real thing. I go, what? I just thought it was pee. She's like, no. She goes, it's everything. So I was like, oh. Well, I got to let the guys know that. So, confirmation on that. But 2 interesting stories happened from this past week. And the first one I'll tell you is the story of Paul. So, I committed to Grant and them that I said I'll share this story with everyone. And there's going to be some live updates as we go. So it was very intriguing. So Grant, Grant's dad is from New York. And he grew up with his dad. I mean, he just had a dad when he grew up. I didn't really know his mom too well. And so lived here in Florida. He got married, had kids, blah, blah, blah. So that's just a little bit about his dad. So his sister, Grant's sister, his older sister, Carly, lives in Nashville. And I think it was her birthday, and some of her friends bought her a Ancestry.com kit or something to do. Check your lineage. And I think there's I don't know if there's different plans. I don't know anything about Ancestry.com, but there's this ability to find out your history of countries you're from or your original origins.
Yeah.
And there was 4 things that came back from Irish, British, blah, 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 anything. Anyways. So when you do that, the site has the ability to match you up with other possible like family members. So this guy reaches out to her and says, "Hey, I think we're related." After she did this, oh boy, exactly. So I'm always thinking, okay, so who's dying? Who's getting killed? So they start a conversation, and he was like, "I'm pretty confident that we're related here," and so I think he asked for pictures or just. Yeah, I don't think it was like, hey, it was
this really sounds
Tinder.
like a bad dating website conversation going on.
The guy was asking her about like, hey, I don't know my family, yada yada. I'm from New York, yada 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 yada, kind of stuff like that. So, so Carly was playing it safe, just hit him up. They talked about some things, and she sent some photos of the family, and he came back and said, "Oh, we're definitely related." He said, he sent a photo of him to her, and there was some resemblance from Grant's dad's side. So, this is where it gets really good. Is they started talking, and he was raised in a foster home, and Grant's dad does not know any of his. He doesn't think he has siblings. He doesn't know anything like that. He just knows his own dad, because apparently his mom said hike early in his life when he was like a baby. So, what this guy from New York said was, "Hey, I'll buy a kit. Give me let me see if I can get in contact with your dad. We're about right around the same age. Might be related." So he paid for the kit, sent it all to their dad after they started talking. And so before I get to what's happened is, want to take a wild guess what this guy's name is?
Grant.
Close.
George.
Paul.
Want
to take a wild guess what Grant's dad's name is?
Paul.
Oh no.
So, and here's what they found out after they did the test. They're related. They're half brothers. So they have the same mom, different dads.
She must have really liked that name.
So this is where the discussions were coming and this is what I want to throw out there to y'all is, so let's just say you're a lady and you have a baby, and you name him Paul, and then obviously you maybe live this double life or go have another baby. Why would you name your other son Paul?
That seems like a recipe for confusion. If you're trying to live a double life, you don't name them the same names.
You sure? Maybe she's like, hey, I can remember him this way. Paul.
I mean, you don't screw the name up, but I bet the gifts are weird. Oh, yeah, I got Paul this. Oh, that was the other Paul. Oh, no. I just feel like there's way too much that can go wrong with two kids the same
they were
name.
rather young. Like I said, the other one was raised in a foster home. But, go ahead.
Oh, I was just confused because... So, okay, let me get this straight.
Yeah.
She named her son the same name as her ex-husband's name.
No. She named her two boys the same name.
Oh, I understand, but they're half.
There's two Pauls by two different guys.
Grant's dad,
his name is Paul.
And
this guy, his mom's son with another.
Yeah, this guy who reached out to him is named Paul as well.
Yeah,
and they just did the test. Him and Grant's dad are half brothers.
Oh, I thought you meant him and Grant are half brothers.
No.
Never mind.
I'm sorry. So Grant, it would be like Grant's uncle essentially.
Gotcha. That's funny.
So that's what I was saying. Why would she do that? I mean, and some speculation is maybe like guilt. Would she? Hey, I had my first kid. I'm not around him anymore. Let's go have number two. I'll just call him Paul.
I think that'd be a constant reminder, though.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah, but I mean, name her both kids Paul. That's, so we're gonna obviously.
She was a really big Beatles fan.
Maybe.
Was there anything going on in her personal life?
Well, they don't,
because that's a possibility. Maybe she just had so much going on, she wasn't quite with it.
She obviously left town on Grant's dad, and how I take it is, I thought Grant's dad was older. He might be older, and this other guy was the younger brother, but he was in a foster care, so she wasn't in either kid's life. So I don't. But supposedly Grant's new uncle knows a lot about that side of the family. And I asked him, what did your grandpa say growing up? He didn't have much to say. They didn't really talk about it a lot. So Grant said all this was okay to put on this, by the way. So I wasn't like blasting him here. But yeah, I said, well, man, gotta keep us posted because I'd love to hear the story and how it develops. But I just thought it was really crazy. One, what would y'all think? Like all of a sudden you get a phone call 10 years from now and someone's like, hey, do this cotton swab for me. I think we might be related. So are you like questioning your parents? You questioning that? I mean, obviously, you question that person. Who's this guy? But how crazy would that be just to find out you had a brother?
I can't even imagine that.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Especially with the construct of my family, like it's two very straight-laced Southern Baptist dads, a Sunday school teacher, mom's a stay-at-home mom. If that were to happen, I'd have a lot of questions
for your mom, not the brother.
Yeah, like.
So, but what if you inherited a new brother though? Like, what would y'all? What's the first thing y'all do? If
Like, are you trying to get money or something?
You're coming to the wrong person.
Some kind of Ponzi scheme, huh?
Yeah.
I can see that. That's sad that we think of that first.
I mean, I don't know. It's the world we live in, I guess.
No welcome over to Easter dinner.
I mean, maybe.
I feel like that'd be a really slow process to
Yeah.
integrate that.
Yeah.
Just because I would be very hesitant about
Yeah.
it at first. That would take a lot of conversation before.
Yeah. Which I think that's what
Opening
they're doing,
up.
But I just thought it was pretty cool. Cool for him because he hasn't known his family. Grant's dad hasn't known any of his family besides his own dad. But didn't know sibling. I mean, he didn't know he had any. So, but yeah, like I said, we'll keep you posted with what happens going forward as far as they meet up and just the stories that come out of it. But moving on, this other story I think you're gonna like a lot is so one of those nights, we went to Blacksburg, which is Virginia Tech is in Blacksburg, so a lot of history, a lot going on there.
Really good Cracker Barrel in Blacksburg. We stopped on the way home from Pennsylvania last summer at a Cracker Barrel in Blacksburg, and top notch. They sent us home with extra biscuits and everything, so I had biscuits.
So you're
on the
telling me
car
I
ride
need to go back just to
go to Cracker Barrel.
Okay.
That good. Maybe not that good, but they'll send you home with biscuits. You'll be taken care of on the ride home.
I was like, Daniel sent me to Blacksburg just for this
And
Cracker
they'd be like,
Barrel.
"Oh, that guy who stole all our biscuits."
Yeah, that was a different story. I don't remember it that way. Yeah, but yeah, beautiful town, a lot of history. Obviously known for some bad incidences there about 10 years ago as well. But Grant and Esther gave us a tour of the town. There's a lot of mountainside. We went to a winery. There's some cool things we did. But so the second night we're there, they have a baby, an infant, who's 6 months old, baby Lucas. And our boys we try to go to bed around 9 o'clock or so. So we put all the kids to bed. We're hanging out. We're playing some code names and just having a good time. Maybe had a Blue Rose of Texas. We made our own concoction.
Nice.
It was good times, good family time, good friend time. We haven't seen them in forever. So they live in a townhome where the homes are right next to each other. So to catch some air, because it was like 50 degrees, and I mean, being in Florida, 95, I'm like, give me outside. So we went out. We opened the garage and went out to the garage, and just hung out there, played music, talked, and just danced a little bit and danced the night away, you know. But Grant wanted to go to the store, and I said, okay, I'll drive. So Alicia stayed back. We went to the store. Downtown is like 3 minutes from them, so we went downtown to a 7-Eleven. They got some drinks, whatever, and we came back, and we're talking. We get back, and we realize we breezed right through those drinks rather quickly. So we're like, hey, we'll go back. So Grant stayed this time, and Esther and Alicia and I went in the store, got some stuff, came back, and we come back, and Grant runs to the driver's side. And like I said, imagine us pulling up, the garage door is open, the house is right there, it's midnight, 12:30, and Grant kind of like rushes over to us and roll down the window, and he goes, the garage door's locked.
Oh, no.
And I look at him, and I'm smirking, because I'm like, dude, get him, Grant. I'm like, oh, it's locked, huh? And Esther freaks out. Alicia's like, what? You know? And he's like, the door's locked. I called the locksmith. They said it's going to be $135 cash for them to get there and open it up. And I'm like, man, that's pretty detailed. I was like, good story. I'm like winking at him, like, yeah, it's locked. Good. Because he has to be lying. He has to be lying right now.
Okay, so why is this a bad thing? Are the kids inside or something?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
The kids
so
are
that's-
inside.
It's $135 to unlock your door. No one wants to drop that at midnight.
So that's probably like the second bad thing.
That's the worst part, is the money. Kids, they'll probably be fine.
Yeah. So all the kids.
He's 6 months old. He'll take care of himself.
Yeah. He can feed himself.
Change
buddy.
your diaper.
Yeah. So they're all, yes, the kids are inside sleeping. Chase and Bryce are in the top stair, so second story. And Luke is in the back side of the house, hidden away under some blankets and a cover, put in a little shoebox because that's where babies sleep.
Yeah.
It's like baby Moses. We're trying to hide the baby.
Exactly. Well, just you want to make sure it's dark for him. You don't want him to see light. You want to make him he's cuddled, tucked away. So so I'm sitting there like, dude, Grant's acting is like Oscar worthy, bro. Like he's because I'm like, there's no way he did that. There's no way ever he would let that happen. Lock the kids inside. So we all get out of the car, and I'm still smiling. I'm jolly, and they go to the garage door to the house. And I see him wiggle it. I'm like, oh, that's locked. Oh, that's locked. I was like, oh, God. So me trying to be the creative innovator I am, I'm like, how can I break into this house without destroying anything? You know what I mean? Like, how without busting a window, without kicking down the door, how can a robber get into this house? So they pull out, like, credit cards and some signage, and they're trying to get through the door. And I'm like, that's not going to work. Wrong. Mistake. I'm like, oh, easy breezy, dude. Pop the windows. Like, just force one of the windows open. So I'm looking at the second story. There's a window to the room we were staying in where Chase is at. And I'm like, okay, either get up there and try to get in, or like throw beads at the window to wake Chase up. One or the other. So I try to go with plan A. So I try to get on the roof of this house, and I fail. I do not get on it. I'm like hanging on the side. I can't get up there. And I'm like, okay, this isn't going to work. One, I just don't have the strength to pull myself up right now. I haven't been working out lately, as you can tell. So I said, okay, we're going to go plan B. So instead of knocking rocks at the window, which they're still trying to wiggle this door open, and Grant's like giving the shoulder plunge, and I'm like, dude, that's not going to work. I'm like, you're going to bust your door open.
It's going to be more than $135 to fix.
Yes. And mind you, we're under the gun because supposedly Grant's like, the guy will be here in 10 minutes. So the locksmith's on his way. So we're, like I said, I'm playing the escape room. How can I get in? So I asked Alicia, I go, hey, where's your cell phone at? She goes, oh, it's upstairs with the boys. I'm like, perfect. I'll just call them and wake Chase up.
Yeah.
So I called it. Ring, ring. No answer. I gotta keep trying. I call again. No answer. Call again. No answer. I'm like, I have no other option because I'm not getting on that roof. I can't get in the back of this house. I'm not breaking down the door. And for you better believe it, God's sake, I'm not paying $135. It ain't my house. I didn't lock us out. Sorry, Grant, coming out of your pocket, buddy. So I called one more time, and still no answer. And I'm like, I'm just like laughing it off. I'm like, idiot, Grant. Yes, you're gonna have to pay $135, buddy. And I look over and I hear, mommy. I'm like, Chase! And I run to the door, and he's downstairs scanning everywhere for us with the phone in his hand. I'm like, my boy, he came to rescue us. I'm like beating on the door. I'm like, Chase, we're at the front door. So he comes over. For a second, I thought he wasn't going to unlock it or know how. I'm like, come on, you have to know how to unlock a door. And he unlocked it, and I'm like, he knew that too well. So maybe we should proof our house a little bit better. But I opened the door. We gave him a big hug. We thanked him up and down, and he just turned right around and went back upstairs. So I said to Grant, I go, man, glad we're in. I think it was your fault. You locked us out. I go, but you owe me $100 for me to get my locksmith here. So I hope Grant pays up on that. But dude, it was so scary, so entertaining in that moment. I was like, dude, how are we gonna get in? Thank God for little kids. And he actually, like I said, no big deal. He went right back to bed. But
and Chase isn't even he's not even 4 years old yet.
Yes,
right? He's
exactly.
almost 4.
Almost 4.
That's crazy.
4 next month. So gotta get ready for that. But dude, I thought that was hysterical. I was like, what are the odds of that? And I mean, you gotta think for four parents right there panicking, kids are inside. Grant's panicking about the money, not even about his son. I'm like, yeah, Dad. But yeah, dude, crazy story. So
that's happened before to me. I
locked yourself in a house?
Yeah, my apartment downtown. I locked myself out. I was going to the gym one night. It was probably about 10 o'clock at night. And I realized I had to run back in to grab headphones, and I couldn't. So I'm panicking. I call my landlord, and I'm like, hey, man, what do I do? Like, do you have an extra key? He's like, I don't have an extra key. Sorry, you're going to have to call a locksmith. I was like, okay, well, windows are old. If I can get in, do you care if I break the screen? He's like, oh, no, that's okay. Just go ahead and do that. So I was like, a little concerned, but at the same time, whatever. So like I grab a stick that's laying there, cut open the screen, and pop this window open. And as I'm like halfway in the house,
oh God,
climbing in, a cop drives by.
Oh God.
Obviously stops, comes out and talks to me. What are you doing in what are you doing here? It's like, I live here. I promise. If you just like let me walk to my kitchen, I've got the paperwork. I'll show you. It's all in a box. Let me go get it. He was very fortunate. He was nice enough to let me go in there and grab it. So I was like, here's my lease information. All that. He's like, okay, just that looks really bad, right? I was like, I know I locked my keys and I'm sorry. Like, he's like, all right, be more careful.
It would like just like tased you. You tased
Seriously,
me, bro.
like what if
he just said,
there was like no courtesy warning, just like out of nowhere, I'm halfway in, getting tased from behind.
Shoot you with a rubber bullet, bro.
That's one of those moments where you're like, thank God I'm white.
Absolutely.
You said it, not me.
Well, you can be happy that you're white.
Oh, dude,
Tom
I'm
Lakeland
very
at its
happy.
finest.
I'm just saying. Who knows what would have happened?
I'm not saying it.
Especially if he thought you were a Jew, that's a whole other story.
Yeah.
Well, I could have deflected it with my nose.
Yeah.
I just turned around, bam, sent it right back.
He's like, we've never dealt with anything like this before. So, I might be a prophet. So, on the last podcast, we were talking about basketball, which I personally don't really know anything about basketball. And you asked me who was going to win the NBA championship, and I said the Washington Wizards. Because I thought the Wizards were garbage, and I didn't think there was any way they'd be in the playoffs. And you said, oh, really? And then I was like, wait, you're acting like that's not the most retarded answer you've ever heard. They're actually in the playoffs, and then you said that they were down 2 games. They were down 0-2. Well, they've won the last 2 games, and the series is tied, and they play tonight, I think.
Tomorrow night.
Or they play tomorrow night. Series is tied 2-2, so...
It's best of 7 for second round, right?
Yeah.
So if they come back and win the series, if they go on to win the World Series, you can see how much I know about basketball. Championship, you heard it here first. I'm a prophet.
Dude, so a couple things you just said. One, I was blown away that the Wizards were in it too. Daniel knows basketball better than all of us, but I was blown away by that. But yes, I would believe if they win it all, you deserve some kind of award or something. Because
I'll buy you dinner.
Wings?
We'll chip
I'll
in
buy
for
your
wings.
wings. Yeah, I'll buy your wings one Thursday.
We'll chip in for wings.
Okay.
But you said something that got me thinking. One thing I don't like about basketball is the name of the championship game.
It's not the World Series.
Huh?
It's not the World Series.
Oh, I know
like
that.
said.
Yeah. It's not the Super Bowl. It's not the Stanley Cup. It's the championship.
There is a name for it.
What?
The Larry O'Brien Trophy.
Okay, that's the trophy.
It's not
That's
the
not
name of the
series. I mean,
championship.
it's World Series, Super Bowl, the Stanley Cup is a cup, but that's the name of the series as well.
Well, the NBA
Is it the
Finals.
World? Oh yeah, that is kind of branded.
It's the NBA
I
Finals.
hate that name. I just want to say that. I do
to
not
the
like
point
that
that it's
name.
just if you say the finals,
March
you're talking
Madness.
about one sport.
College championship.
Everything has a cool name except for the NBA.
I will. That's what I'm getting at. Is I think every other person has a better trademark.
Because it's a sport that's so self-sustaining, it doesn't need a cool name for its championship.
Because it's all about eye guys.
I'll buy that.
It's all about eye guys.
I mean, in a way, yeah, basketball is very much the only sport where one player can win you a game.
Oh, for sure. That's proof. Go ahead.
I mean, I had nothing to add on that, really. I was just like...
Well, I
don't know
saw
what
these...
I'm doing.
Since we're talking basketball, I saw something on Facebook earlier. It's the debate of LeBron, and we don't have to do that today, but I'm in that camp of LeBron. I'm a nut hugger for LeBron. He's the best ever. I'm getting the death look over here, but I'm in that camp, and I get it. Yeah, I'm not a basketball nerd by any means. I'm a fan. I appreciate greatness, appreciate athleticism, appreciate competitiveness, but from my couch and what I've seen, there's no one that compares to him from when I'm 30 years old, so I saw the tail end of his airness career to a full career so far. And to me, there's nothing that matches it. So just that's my own piece. But that's probably a conversation for another time.
Yeah, we don't know.
You don't want to get in this conversation, Daniel.
We won't.
I've got $1 for that. I don't have 2 cents, so we need to push that.
Well, I can show you some things that I saw. I mean, I think that makes sense, but
I have YouTube videos saved. I'll pull some stats out. We don't want this
well, it's
conversation.
not. It's
He's a Kobe guy.
oh yeah. Well, even more. Okay. Well, then Kobe had Shaq.
We can get into this another time. This conversation is going to take.
Did LeBron not have Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh?
Oh, and he got his championships with them. But he beat the best team ever, arguably, last year. Kobe didn't do that.
Who do you go through to get there, though?
Doesn't matter. Everybody plays everybody. We're in a peer league. Everybody gets paid to play.
One round versus 3. You go to the
They
West.
play 7 games.
Look at those
Best of
3-peat in
7.
the West. Kobe's 3-peat. He went through the Spurs. He went through Portland. From the semifinals on,
You're gonna say,
in the Western Conference, that was the finals. And it's been that way, even in the East now.
But
they
didn't beat him, though. They still had to beat him, and they didn't. Doesn't matter who he went through. That's my point, is they still got there.
Of course, because it's fresher.
Oh, here we go. College football argument.
I mean, if you're not going to say to go through 3 teams that would be above, the competition you're playing in the East, that's going to drain you. If you're playing
Who does he
teams that
have?
are going to...
Who do you have?
Who?
Last year.
LeBron?
Yes.
Kyrie Irving?
Okay.
Kevin Love?
Kevin Love did not do that well last year.
They lost whenever he wasn't on the floor. He's clearly making a difference.
Oh, of course. But, come on. I know what you're... Okay, we will finish this some other time. But I'm just saying, let's go back to the finals. Years ago, when he went, when he was first with Cleveland, I couldn't name you one guy on that team besides LeBron James.
Which speaks more to the East than it does...
You think so?
Yeah.
Oh, get out of here. Get out of here.
The reason he made it that year, that was on the tail end of Detroit.
One player...
Detroit had dominated the early 2000s in the East.
Yeah.
And that was that tail end of that, right before Boston's big 3 really peaked up.
Yep.
There's no one in the East.
But there's no one guy on either side, East or West, doing what he's doing.
Right now, no. Absolutely not. And I will say this, as a diehard Kobe fan, from a pure basketball player standpoint, LeBron's the best player I've ever watched. I'll say that. As far as greatness goes and accomplishments, I give it to Kobe. Watching...
Does he have defense like LeBron?
Yes. Oh. I'll pull up YouTube videos. Okay. I'll pull up YouTube videos.
We're going to have to finish this another time, but I think there's arguments made for in a lot of ways. LeBron James' career isn't over. That's why I love...
The crux of my argument is, if I've got one game to play, I need one player that's going to win me a basketball game. I'm going MJ, I'm going Kobe, before I go LeBron.
Oh, man.
LeBron's a much better overall basketball player.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. I say that. I say that.
I will give you that.
I'm in that camp.
I'll give you that.
And his career's not over, so he's still racking up all kind of points, and there's future championships. And we talk about MVPs. That was the thing I watched this morning, was about why isn't he going to be MVP? It blows my mind. And he should. He should be MVP. He should be MVP.
I mean, you go back, you said the same thing about Kobe. The guy won 1 because the teams just weren't that good. He played on some bad teams.
But, yeah.
And I know where this is going. Of course he's going to be a low seed in the playoffs because he's going through the Spurs that are winning 60 games. You had to win over 50 games to make the playoffs in the West.
Yeah. Oh,
there's under 500 teams in the playoffs.
So is it LeBron's fault that the East sucks? Or is it his fault for getting it? I mean, you got to give him...
Absolutely not.
You got to give him some credit that he's still beating these teams, still waxing and sweeping these teams.
I do think it detracts a little bit from it whenever you look at the competition that's being
my
played.
God. Dude, then you can't compare past and present then.
And I don't like that. I think it's very hard to compare. The main reason I like the Kobe LeBron argument is because there was a little bit of overlap.
Yeah, but you're talking about guys' peak career.
I was going to say, that's extremely hard to compare, especially as you get back into like the 80s and 70s.
And
just because the level of competition was so different, you can't compare.
Exactly, and even today's games played a lot differently.
Very much so.
Even
the style of play is completely different.
Yep, and baseball's the same exact way.
So I think going back over decades, I don't like those comparisons at all. It's so hard to do. I don't think you can get an accurate comparison.
And that's why I'm saying, for me, 30 years old, from the basketball that I've seen or really paid attention to, which is probably the last 15 years, I just don't know how LeBron... I mean, it's always going to be the guy now, you know what I mean? I think winning, they write the future and all that. So I get your point. I'm not a hater on him. I'm just saying, I just think
it's crazy. 20 years from now, we're going to be here, and there's going to be someone that's doing things...
Yeah, you're right.
...that we haven't seen. It's just...
You're right.
The level of play is just going to go up and up and up. What's the ceiling?
Exactly.
I just think we're really fortunate to get to watch it.
Yep.
You know?
I agree.
Well, here's what I think about both of those players.
You are just like a rat jumping around the corner looking for a food. Very jealous.
That's what I think about that argument.
Yeah, sorry that was we could go down some deep rabbit trails on that issue. But we got
I got into this with Sherman. We went to a preseason game. The entire walk from the parking lot into Raymond James Stadium, and then the entire walk out was debating Kobe LeBron.
You want to know what I was doing during that time?
Fantasy?
I was walking behind them and didn't say a word. 'Cause I can't add anything constructive to those arguments.
Yeah, well, all right, it happens.
It's entertaining, though.
Speaking of basketball, LeVar Ball.
Yes.
What are your thoughts on LeVar Ball? First of all, I really want your opinion as a parent. So
Me?
let's say Chase and Bryce are in high school now.
Yeah. We're high
baseball.
school.
Killing it in baseball.
Killing it in
Just
baseball.
absolutely killing it in baseball. All right, for argument's sake, just to completely...
We're going to say college or high school.
Well, here's what we're going to say. Chase just went through his first year of college, absolutely destroyed the league, and is getting ready to go pro. And Bryce is like a sophomore, junior in high school still.
And
A hugely
Okay.
touted prospect.
And are you asking me about like
What do you think? Put yourself in those shoes.
Of
What are
the,
your
like-
thoughts on LeVar Ball and how this whole last few months has played out?
the
for him?
whoring out essentially?
Yes.
I think that's the way I would deem
Yes.
it. Is he is getting recognition off his kids. I guess I didn't know him from Adam. I really didn't ever know LeVar Ball, but shows you I don't know how well he was done in basketball.
He wasn't until all of this. He
okay.
just came out of nowhere.
So then I think I'm in the
everyone.
majority.
I was like, you're with everybody else.
Okay,
here.
so, yeah, it wasn't either like him and he scored as many points on or MJ as I did, something like that. Beep. So, anyways, so one, okay, I'm kind of in the middle a little bit. One, the whoring out. I mean, I don't know the motives. If it's hey, I want my kids to deserve the most recognition they possibly can get, or is it I want recognition for the failures I had as a person or player, athlete, whatever. I don't blame him for pushing his kids into recognition. Mm-hmm. Now the branding and shoe brands and all that garbage, I think that's ludicrous. I think it's ridiculous. I don't see how that's going to be a success. It's going to be a 15-minute. To me, it's 15 minutes of fame.
Yeah.
Unless his kid is the next LeBron or something like that. Like he would have to go out there and take over the NBA in a way to be like, this kid is amazing. I want his product. So I thought that was dumb. I think it's super dumb. But the loudness, the brashness, I'm not really against. I think it brings attention to his kids, which they're good too. They don't like just they suck. So I don't think that's a bad thing. I think attentions could be a good thing.
The thing is, though, they're saying Lonzo could be dropping in the draft now.
Really? Because of that?
because of Dad.
Maybe bad publicity or something.
They talked with Nike, Adidas, Under Armour. None of them gave him shoe deals. Like, they all passed on him.
So that's why he came out with his own brand.
Yeah, exactly. And then he comes out afterwards. Like, I mean, it was
$500
just so
shoes.
passive aggressive.
Oh,
just like, we weren't looking for a
$495.
deal.
Did you see the
wanted a
meme that was
partnership.
like Marshalls? It had Marshalls on it, like $20.
Yeah.
That was hysterical. I mean, dude. Okay, I think you got to know your place. I think obviously he's definitely made it more about him. Mm-hmm. I think there's a time and place for him to stop, and I think before probably the tournament is when he should have stopped. Obviously, the issues with Barkley. I think didn't he play 1-on-1 against somebody and something?
No, he said he would beat MJ 1-on-1.
Okay, that's probably where you need to stop right there.
Which, whatever.
Stop.
Be confident, I
Stop.
guess.
Be right before that.
So it was Charles Barkley who comes back, I guess, had looked up his college stats.
That's what it was.
He's at some small college. He was like, man, you averaged 2.2 points a game at this no-name university. And he's like, I'll come play you 1-on-1 right now. And then he never really said anything more about 1-on-1s with anybody. He kind of dropped that, I guess.
Yeah, I think I'm always a believer in like redeeming yourself. So he needs to what he could have done to win people. That was probably a moment to win people over. Hey, I made a stupid comment.
Yeah.
So here's me. Hey, okay, I did it. Like I would just fess up. I did it. Gotta just get additional recognition. I don't know, but yeah. As a parent, like I said, I think I'm in the camp of I don't blame him for being loud promoting his kids because at the end of the day. Not all coaches will do that because they got a job to think about and other kids would think about. Some kids can't do that. He's being almost like an agent in a way.
Yeah.
And I don't know any of that stuff, but I'm not completely against it.
what they're saying too is the 2 youngest aren't nearly as good as the oldest.
Yeah.
The middle one's apparently just not that great
Really?
at all. So I think more than anything, he's hurting their careers now because
Possibly.
you can put up with it when the kid's that good. And the oldest one's that good, you put up with it. But the younger two...
I first heard of them when that youngest one shot dropped 80 in a game.
Like,
or
90
that.
or something crazy like that.
Yeah.
Wow.
And my first thought wasn't this kid's good. I was like, this kid's selfish, huh? Like,
Right? Yeah, that's your
I mean,
first
which-
thought.
Yeah.
either A, he plays on a really bad team and he's just the man. But I don't think that's the case. I think he actually goes to a pretty good school.
Yeah, he does.
And he's a baller
Yeah.
at this level. But yeah, I'll watch like the 30 for 30 on him or whatever. But yeah, you're right. I mean, that's what I think he's in, that he's crossed that line of I'm going to impact these other kids in a bad way. I mean, yeah, I think he's dumb for it. So yeah, as a parent, I would say be aggressive, but know your line.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Just more, I guess, a parent's perspective.
Yeah, I mean I can't blame him, like I said, for putting my kid out there on some.
If you can get money for your kids and set your kids up, you're going to do it.
Dude, it would be. I guess it'd
That's,
be,
I completely understand.
so. Yeah, if it was my kids, like if Chase is getting already recognition, I think the better way to do it is almost talking about like for colleges. Hey, I'm not going to just send him to one college knowing he's this good. Let him get seen by other colleges.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, in this world, he can promote himself to other like designers or whatever, or manufacturers, or just Nike or whoever. But he made it a lot about him more than his kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The MJ comment is probably what he was going up and you went right over the edge. It's like, yeah, too far, buddy. So, yeah.
Okay.
What's the saying? Any publicity is...
All news is good news.
Yeah, that one.
Is that the case, though?
Do you want to go
I mean-
to
I don't know. Go where?
the riddle I have for you?
Yeah, let's do riddles.
And I want an intro for this from now on. So maybe I should find some kind of riddle theme.
Want me to play you an intro?
I would love an intro.
All right, here's an intro.
I'm thinking, oh, geez, you know what I'm thinking about.
That's it. You know what I'm thinking about. So we got to keep using that, by the way. So all right. So you both can talk together and try to figure this one out. There's no prize yet, but let's see what you come up with. So you know what I hate about cell phones?
What?
They don't go back to where you went. So you're going to have to just give me a second.
Was it the website that did it?
Yeah.
Man.
I can have it if you give me a second.
We're good. Let's hold on. I want to finish this again.
This
So
is
did
very
she.
personal.
Whoa,
When I
whoa.
make love to him at home, when I
my favorite
start
part.
climaxing, I just keep saying over and over again. Just as I'm starting to go over the edge, I just tell him, I want your fluids, I want your fluids, I want your fluids.
Alright, so it's, you know what? I'm inspired by this. You know, I don't know what or how or why, but this video inspires me. It inspires me to be a more passionate human being. I need to be more passionate about the things that I care about.
It kind of does the opposite for me because I know I'll never be as passionate as she is about this.
It demotivates
It's
you.
kind of capped off, so why try?
Well, I'm a glass half full type of guy anyway, I guess.
So
Okay. you
2
ready?
weeks in a row. No, we're not. But 2 weeks in a row, this has happened to me, so I apologize. It won't happen for 3 weeks. But we're going a different route. So 2 children are born in the same hospital on the same year, on the same day, and have the same father and mother, but they are not twins. How is this possible?
Different months.
Wait, it's the same day of the same year, though, right?
It could be a different month. The month wasn't listed. Like
I'm
it
gonna
could be
have to-
like
I'm
the
gonna have to hear it again.
23rd of a different month.
2 children are born in the same hospital
I know the answer.
on the same year, on the same day, and have the same father and mother, but they are not twins. How is this possible?
They have the same father and mother? Never mind. I thought I knew it. Because in the beginning, he says just 2 children, so I'm thinking, oh, well, they're 2 separate children.
But they are not twins. How is this possible?
I feel like these are so frustrating because
I feel like it's gonna be really obvious.
you
when I
know
hear
it's
it.
obvious,
Yeah.
and then you feel really dumb.
Yeah.
Same. Okay.
I'll
two
read it again,
children
I'll
were
read it
born
again.
in the hospital on the same.
2 children are born in the same hospital in the same year, on the same day, and have the same father and mother, but they are not twins. How is this possible?
They have the same father and mother.
Man.
Any guesses? Come on, let me hear something.
This is kicking my butt.
They.
There's 2 major clues in what I say.
I know, and I can't.
I just can't figure out which one it is.
I don't know why I'm usually okay at these.
Well, give me a question. Maybe ask a question. I'll give you kind of some.
Can you repeat the full riddle first?
2 children are born in the same hospital on the same year, on the same day, and have the same father and mother, but they're not twins. How is this possible? With all riddles, there's usually some kind of like
There's a
deception going on.
Like tricky wording.
I will say there's 2 huge clues within what I'm saying. They are maybe your question. They are related, so they're could be brother and sister, but they're related. So that to answer your question, maybe there's some kind of like loophole. Maybe they're like you said, different parents or something like that, or same names or something like that. Goofy. No, that's not the answer.
This is a really good riddle.
I give up.
Yeah.
Are we done?
I'm stumped.
Okay, so I'll read it and give you the answer. 2 children are born in the same hospital on the same year, on the same day, and have the same father and mother, but they're not twins. How is this possible? Because they could be triplets or quadruplets or whatever. Quadruplets. So
Bro, that's cheating.
Is it?
I feel like
it addresses 2
cheating.
children. Cheating?
Just because there could be another one that we didn't hear about.
another one.
There you go, another one.
I don't like that one.
Oh man, come on.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan.
Cheated.
Oh man, you're killing me now.
Semantics.
Okay, here's the last one. I do not eat food, but I do enjoy a light meal every day. What am I?
A solar panel?
Close. You're close.
Oh, a light meal.
You're sniffing up the right tree. I do not eat food, but I do enjoy a light meal every day. What am I?
That's a good guess. Solar panel.
It's a very good guess. It's wrong, but it's a good guess. Maybe some other riddle world chooses an answer.
Does the word light have a lot to do with the answer?
Yes.
Like sunlight.
Correct.
Is it
So
a
who eats?
plant? They technically.
That is correct. Photosynthesis. Good job.
Oh, nice.
So at least you got one right today.
Woo.
Good job, guys.
Okay, 1 out of 2 ain't bad.
Not bad at all. I'll take it. I feel like the first one was a cheap shot.
I do too. So I'd bump us up to 75%. We get like half credit.
Okay, I'm cool with that.
All right. Does anyone have anything else they want to add before we go?
I'm excited to see The Wire again. I think. Do we want to? I think I might be tempted to watch a couple episodes.
Let's say, can we at least commit to going to episode 3?
Yes,
Because
So we're going to
Watching
watch the next 2 episodes.
next 2
a
episodes.
minimum.
Okay.
Yes.
So we're going to watch episode 2 and 3
Yep.
of The Wire. I'm about to go get some wings at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Let's do it, man. I'm so hungry. I'm a little bummed my phone hasn't been charging, though. I guess I do have to add that. I put it on before we started. It was at 16%. It is now at 17%.
Oh, man. What happened?
I don't know.
So we got to get you near a train to record the similar video. Can we do that?
Yeah. You know, we should get in contact with another rail fan. Which, if you don't know what a rail fan is, you can explain what a rail fan is.
I'm just like really flattered that you called us by our official name.
I've been around you long enough. Come
Still
on.
though, like I'm touched. I really appreciate that.
Yeah. We need to
That touched
call.
me on a personal level.
Okay, the guy that you follow on Facebook that's on, was it Fox? or
Oh
something?
yeah, he put out a new video this week. I watched
Well,
it at work. I
explain
was
who he is,
so
though.
pumped about it. All right, his name's Danny Harmon. He does voiceover for Fox 13 News. He leads into their ads and whatnot. But more importantly, he's a rail fan. And he has some high-quality cameras, uses some drones.
Okay, so we need to get in contact with him. You need to email him or something and see if we can have him on this podcast. And then we can just have a conversation with him.
We
You
used
and
to be
him
friends on
about rail
Facebook.
fans. Yeah.
I need to re-friend request him. We do follow each other on Twitter.
Yeah, I was going to say you're finally back on Facebook. Thank God.
You know what I forgot about Facebook? Just
What?
how
Tells
political
you
it
people-
was.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's all it is, man.
I've been on for 2.5 days.
Dude, that's all it is. Yeah, it's annoying.
Man,
I just kind of wish people happy birthday.
Yeah,
And
it tells
even-
you birthdays. That's
that's a very good.
And even then, sometimes they're
It was
yeah.
actually saved me today. I guess it's my sister's anniversary. So
Oh.
I saw that on there today. She posted about it. I was like, oh,
Sweet.
happy anniversary, sis.
Yeah.
Cool. Good thing I got back on here.
Well,
Okay, so we'll
Get
get
some
in touch
Danny
with Danny.
Who else did I say we needed to? Oh yeah, we need to talk to. Hold on, what's her name? Yeah.
A food lady.
By the way, the name of this video makes me laugh. The name of that video is "You're Telling Me I'm Obese, 47 years old, 108 pounds?" Question mark. Anyway, her name is Marites Trosper. We need to talk to her sometime soon too. All right, so I'm gonna play this video one more time, and then we're done.
then we out.
Hi, losers. You're telling me I'm obese? Really? You don't know what you're talking about, obese. You're jealous because I know I'm beautiful. You're not. You're jealous. You are just like a rat jumping around the corner looking for a food. Very jealous.
Okay, we will see you guys some other time.
You'll save your soul